A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Houston Cougars and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Well, guys, the Cougars head coach told me before the game, this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cougars offense will go to work first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
On the ground, it's Hughes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Picks up the first down. There's a crease. They knock him down after an explosive play, and it was all because of the perfectly timed pitch.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Dropping back, it's Wegman. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. Give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Oakley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to him. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. They'll move the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Breaks into the open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Shakes off the defender. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Kansas State!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Rides the option, he keeps it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Flips it out to the back. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it set up on the outside. It'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. Houston will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on that section. Defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Plows through the defense. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Johnson looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. It'll be third and long. Running inside, it's Jackson. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Makes the quick grab. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Quick release on the RPO. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. They boot it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. The run inside. It's Jackson. Knocked down for the tackle. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Looking for a push on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. There he goes. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Pulls it and runs it again. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going with the ground game left. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. And the ball's out there after it. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. To the air, it's Wegman. Shoots it to the left. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. Maybe a crease. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing.
Kansas State 21, Houston 3.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Going to the run, it's Jackson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Pulls it on the option. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Number 43, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Off play action on 1st down. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Makes it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Houston going up tempo.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
Makes a grab and room to run. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Walker. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
And tell you what, watching Houston a year ago, man, they really did a great job on defense. And then when the run game was going and Connor Wigman throwing in the running game, they really could take off and play good games. Now, bringing in Hughes from Oregon, they're hoping to get now that 1-2 punch with Wegman, Palmer, that can get this offense to the next level.
You really do have to be impressed with head coach Willie Fritz and the job he's doing here in the portal, trying to bolster what he already has established. You mentioned the defense and you mentioned quarterback, but you know he wants to be physical. He wants to run the football. Mekhi Hughes is a guy that can help them do that, and so it's going to be really interesting to watch this Cougars offense this year as they try and navigate the Big 12.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Sanford. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
At the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Houston.
Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Cougars. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Number 21.
And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Houston, 10.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fields. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
On the play.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's going to take off. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. On the run, it's Fields.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off play action. That's caught. It's Manning. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A strike downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The give on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. Quarterback keep. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides to back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Connection to the right. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Pulls and fires complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And they've converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats!
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Hughes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's McGarry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch, it's Young. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Hauls it in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. They'll stop it for a moment here as there's an injured Kansas State Wildcat down on the play. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout taken here. 2nd one called by Kansas State. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're working that left side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Wildcats called their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Cougars! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The sure hands, it's White. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Kansas State quick to the line. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Gets rid of it. He makes the grab. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. This offense needs a little something to feel. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's White. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. On the ground, it's Fields. Makes one man miss. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Johnson wants to throw it. Lofts one deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's BYU who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the ACC. Now back to your game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Using the quick game. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Johnson looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Calls his own number. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Defense.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Just listen to the Little Apple. You can hear it all the way to the Big Apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Houston wants to play fast.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. So now it's 2nd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He fires one deep down the right side. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going with the counter play here. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Gives it on the option. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Back to pass, it's Wegman. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Making side adjustments here. Running inside. It's Fields. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Fields. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. The run inside. It's Hughes. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for room. It's Hughes. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Walker. Got a lot of room to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cougars! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Off the play fake. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fields. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Johnson looking to throw. Scrambling away. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Delayed handoff. It's Fields. Runs through a tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll get rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Hughes. At the 45 on his way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll run the option. The pitch. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Got a man, it's McGarry. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
38, Houston, 35.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Pulls and fired complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Cougars are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Hughes. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Walker. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 91 set to take this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson wants to throw it. He fires to the left side. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He spins that thing down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A quick pass to the left. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. And they're able to make the tackle. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a 1st down for Houston. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. With the draw, it's Hughes. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Rides to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. what they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Works his way forward, has enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 32. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Henderson. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Running inside, it's Sanford. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. They'll go right back to him. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Swings it out to the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves turning it on. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Johnson looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Doing it himself again. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open, but the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Drake. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking for a man, it's Henderson. He's got him. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanford. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They've got the screen set up. Past the 30, and the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Hauls it in. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Wants to throw again. He's got his man.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
A run for the quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To throw, it's Henderson. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Houston, hello! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Ready to try the point after. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late.
That makes the score Houston 48, Kansas State 45.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's taking the deep shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. There's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.